of Save the Victor Roll. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. You can see by my thumbnail what we're playing with today, but if you want to see what's in my little Sugar Drizzle pouch, and then how we got to this a fun look, and what we thought about these products, you know what? You're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. Hey, so here are the swatches. I just quickly did them while watching TV last night. I couldn't resist playing with them, so I had to mute the original audio because it was from Stranger Things. But anyways, aren't they pretty? Hey, how exciting is this? I'm super excited. So I have the new Sugar Drizzle Polish collection. This is the MILF collection, so it's the Man I Love Frogs. Get your mind out of the gutter. So they had, just before launch, they were just going to launch the shadow, but her collection of a makeup bag that comes with brushes was ready in time, so she released them at the same time. So I got this beautiful bag here. It's got this beautiful lining. Why am I getting that message again? There we go. Beautiful lining. Then we have the palette, and it didn't come packaged like that. I just thought it was very cool that it all packaged together, so nice and travel friendly. So there's the palette, and then it comes with these beautiful brushes. So it's the beautiful silver handle, and oh, of course, no glasses. And then it just has the name Sugar Drizzle on all of them, but I don't see any numbers. I don't see any numbers, so yay me. So they're like this. There's 6 brushes, like flat ones, blending ones, some smaller ones, and boy, are these beautiful and soft and vegan, cruelty free, and so soft. Anyways, beautiful purple handles. The length is pretty good. It's not as short as some of them. Again, I could still use a little bit longer, but this is a decent size. They're a decent size. So we're going to play with those today. And then, of course, the beautiful palette. So here is the packaging. Frog with glasses, and then you open it up like so, and then you'll see that the inside matches the outside, and I think even the color story really matches the palette. So I'm going to take off our little plastic thing here. I'm just going to put this cover back on, so A, so we can see, and B, don't blind you with a mirror, but here you go. I think there's purples in the cover, purples on the palette, there's greens in the palette, greens in the on the cover, some pink. I think this is very much inclusive. So they seem to be shimmers, multi-chromes, maybe possible duochromes. I did film a short little video that I just quickly swatched on my hand, so I just might insert that. This is all yeah, so there's no matte shades where I'm going. They're all shimmery shades. They're very beautiful. The palette looks better in person than it does on picture, and it looked beautiful on pictures. So I'm really quite excited to play with this. So there's that. So we're going to play with this palette today, and we're going to, of course, try out the beautiful brushes. So then we can just start with a little bit of our favorite, well, should we use this one? So again, they're very shimmery shadows. I'm wondering if I should try these on a black base. I think the last video I did using these, maybe I did them on a white base. Let me see if I have a black base in my little pile here. I thought I had done. If not, I will go grab one. But yes, I did. There we go. I have my Prime is Everything, the black base. So I do have the one from Suva, but since this is the one that's handy, let's go and use that black base there. And then I'm going to use, now had I known I would have loved this so much, I would have bought several, but this was from Makeup Geek, and it was their, I think it was supposed to be for concealer, but I like it for eye primer. I don't use a lot of concealer because, well, old lady eyes. So, and I've got a huge divot in here, so I have been enjoying this. I thought maybe also before digging into the Suva one a lot, I might as well try and finish this one. As you can see, I'm going to have a hole in there any minute. Is that I've had this one for a while. I want to say about a year or so that I've had it open. So I think it's about time that we use it up. It's good, so why not? So I was going to do maybe 2 different eyes, but I do have to do a couple errands today. So I'm thinking having, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I suppose I could do 2 different colored eyes, but let's do it all on a black base here. Okay, so there we go. We've got our base on now, and I'm just going to take this off, clean my brush a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to be using these. I didn't want to use one for that because I want to save these for all the colors. So, let's see how they perform. So I'm going to do what I like to do, sometimes just try a really fluffy one when I want to try and get my shape. And I think I'm going to, of course I'm going to focus on the greens because you know me, and it's very green heavy. So I'm going to take this shade here, and it is in the color called Fly Swatter. If I get them wrong or I can't remember or I can't read it, I will of course pop it up, but this one seems pretty good to read. So just for giggles here, I'm going to take a little bit of Fly Swatter, and I just want to try it with a fluffy brush just to see if I'm putting it on the outside what I'm getting. Wow. Okay, there we go. This is the nice thing about this is just kind of like Cleona. Words are hard, where you can use brushes, fingers, they work all different ways. It's very nice and user friendly. So if you don't like to use your finger to put on shimmers, or multi-chromes, duochromes, whatever shiny shades you're using, Sugar Drizzle is really good, as you can see that it can go on really beautifully with a brush. And look how nice this goes on a black base. Oh, that is so beautiful. So I'm still contemplating, well, maybe should I do 1 green eye, 1 purple eye? Does it really matter? Just going to a bank machine, picking up a package, and then later on to the post office? Yeah, let's do 2 different eyes, whatever. I love makeup. So this side we are doing green, and then the other side we will do the purples. But wow, this is amazing and gorgeous. I am very, very impressed with that. But that's why I like them, and that's why they always get my monies. So it looks like, do they have almost 2 each? They do. Ha! So there's like 2 flat ones, but it's just a smidge different in shape. And then we've got these 2 here, and then we've got 2 fluffy ones. It looks like it's almost like just with slight differences, but 2 of each type. So now I'm going to take this other fluffier one, and we might as well go to the other side right away. And let's take this darkest purple, and this one is called Hop Along. So let's do that one there. And as you can see, it is multifaceted. It goes from the green, but when I look at it in the pan, depending on how I hold it, is from a dark, I wish I could really show, well, I can show it a little bit. It goes from kind of like a dark purple to a green to kind of a blue. I really like that, but let's see how it looks when I pop it onto my eye on the other side. Then it can be for people an optical illusion. Do I have 2 different eye looks, or are they the same? Okay, so let's grab a little bit more. Okay, this one goes on a little less, word I want to use, brightly compared to the other one. And now when I'm looking into my handheld mirror, it is very green. But yeah, see, but then if I hold it like that, it looks kind of purple, and it's kind of green. It's so much fun using multi-chromes and duochromes for sure. I mean, for us, when we're putting it on, we see all the bling, but for other people, it's kind of like, we'll say like an optical illusion, right? Because you're going to get, depending on how you've got your face or head turned, the colors will go different. So like I said, do I have 2 different colored eyes, or are they going to look kind of the same in the end, depending on what angle I'm at? But this color, I'm going to try it with the finger. See, there you can see how it shifts, right? Let's do the purple to green. Yeah. So let's just see if with this one, if I get a little bit more. Yeah, so I would say for that color, I would say use more of a flat brush versus a fluffy brush, or use your finger, and then you definitely are going to see more of the payoff, because now all of a sudden I've got some really good payoff here. Oh, that's fun. I love it. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next color, back onto this eye. So we started with Fly Swatter. Let's now go into MILF. So that is this shade here. And again, you've got that beautiful reflection there. And then for this one, let's try one of the flatter brushes. I'm going to use this one here. And then we're going to go into MILF. And then let's see. It's nice. Well, I mean, a lot of times with shimmer, you don't get as much kick up, but there's no kick up in the pan at all. Oh my God. I am now on a no buy. There's no low buy, there's a no buy. I saw my bank account the other day, or actually earlier today, and almost had a heart attack, but no regret for this palette, not even slightly. This is so freaking amazing. Amazing. Like, come the heck on. And then the shimmers blend really nicely together. You just touch them together and it's just like absolutely, seemingly to me, hopefully you can see it, that it looks very seamless. So there we go. And then I'm going to take one of the other flat brushes that are in here. Like I said, it looks like almost two with just slight differences, but the same idea of each type of brush. So now I'm going to go for this one. That one's really dark too. I'm going to go into Croaky. We're going to go into Croaky here, and we're going to use, I think, that shade next. So let's again take a flat brush. Coat it up here, and let's see how this one goes. It's going to be as good as that green one. Find out. And the answer is yes. Oh, wow. So this one is going onto my eye very blue, where in the pan it looks super purple. Can I get to show the blue on here? Oh, hold on, there we go. You can kind of see the blue starting. Wow, these are so much fun. So depending on what your base is, you're definitely going to get a lot of different color stories out of here. This is pretty fabulous. This is probably so far my favorite brand for like shimmery shades. Be it duochrome, multichrome, just plain shimmers. I was really enjoying the Cleona. I do, but I think Sugar Drizzle has it down, especially price-wise. They're definitely more on the affordable side. So there we go. I'm digging that so darn much. Now, so we've done that. We're going to go through all the brushes. Yes, we are. All right. Oops. And we're going to drop them. And then I was very lazy. I didn't put up a background today, so you get my Halloween-y bedroom background. So then I have these two last ones here. So I think for both looks, I'm going to use, because we're getting to the inner corner, I'm going to use this one here. So let's go back to our greenish eye, and then we are going to go into Feeling Froggy or Lily Pad. So this is Feeling Froggy, and then this one is Lily Pad. Thinking Lily Pad, and then maybe Feeling Froggy on the inner corner. Yeah, let's do that. And then I think for both eyes, I may use Camouflage for the inner corner to kind of bring the two eyes together. Maybe. We'll see. I put it in the wrong eye. Well, let's go with it. This one's now going to be a green and bluish purple. But oh my god, this is so beautiful. So maybe since I did that, instead of going with Ribbit, maybe then I will take Feeling Froggy on the other side, and that way I can use the two that I was really wanting to. Wow, this is really pretty. Not even pretty, gorgeous. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go into Feeling Froggy. For the other side, trying to use as many shades as I can, but of course I'm leaning more towards the ones that are looking green in the pan. Right? All right. So do we want to do matching inner corners with camouflage, or did I want to do camouflage in one and Ribbit in the other? Let me see how much I love camouflage. So I'm going to take camouflage here and I'm going to put that in the first eye, and I'm just going to use that same brush that I just used. I just cleaned it off. Shimmers and multi-chromes come off brushes really easy. So let's stick this one in and see what it does. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to do two different shimmers. Yes, I am. All right, so then for the other one, we're going to go into, yeah, that was the one, Ribbit. Let's do it. So basically, we're going to use a good chunk of the colors in this palette. Yeah. And then this one, depending on how you turn it, it seems to go from pink to green. It's very cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do the rest of my base, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to see how I want to do the bottom lash line, and then I maybe, I think especially on this side, maybe intensify the outside a little bit. So I will be back in a hot minute. So there we are, we're back with a full base. I used my Danessa Myricks Yummy Balm. I used the last brush to put on a little bit of highlight using my Gourmand Girls Bold and Brilliant, and then I was using the Sunstone shade. For blush, I just quickly used some from Fenty Beauty. This is the one in Peach. Is it Peach Face? Yeah, there we go. In Peach Face. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, a little bit of bronzer by Color Effects. And yeah, now I'm ready to go. So what I was thinking for doing my bottom lash line, let's go to the Flamingo palette. So this was the last one. I have this palette, I have this new one, and I have the Pickle palette. I really do enjoy Sugar Drizzle. So this one has shimmers and it has some mattes. So I thought since we've got some green, we've got a little bit of blue leaning and a smidge on this eye of purple, I thought maybe what we can do along the bottom is just take some of these purples. So I thought what I could do is just on the bottom use this one called Stilts here. We can finish up with that, and then as I'm finishing that up, we can talk about what we think of this palette. Let me see what brush. I'm just going to actually grab a different brush, one that's just a little bit smaller for the bottom lash line. Yeah. So yeah, so I'm just going to go into the shade Stilts, and then I'm just going to quickly finish, and then I may add a little bit of shimmer on top, but let's just along the bottom give a little color. I was thinking of maybe leaving it bare, but I always feel like a little something on the lash line, and why not play with another Sugar Drizzle polish to get that. Also thinking of my Pickle palette, but this one was also in arm reach, so there we go. So there is that. So yeah, we're just gonna use the shade Stilts on both sides. And then I may add one of the other shimmers from the new palette on top to see if I can get it to actually show purple, because like I said, on the black base, they've definitely given me another vibe. And there we go. And then I'm going to take a little bit of, there we go. I got from MILF, I just got this, just like a skin tone, I guess, to go into the waterline, just to brighten up the waterline a little. I do find that it needs a couple goes overs and then it stays pretty much all day. If I just do one go on it, then it's gone pretty quickly. So I always just make sure I just layer this up a little bit. It's nice and soft. There's no tugging in the waterline. I really quite like this as well. Okay, so there we go. So I think what I want to do is try a little bit of a purple shimmer over top of that. So let's try Croaky again and see if I put that over top, if it actually looks purpley this time and doesn't go to like a blue shade. What do you think? Thinking I'm still seeing a little bit more of the blue, which is really weird because when I look at the palette, it's like a dark raspberry with a purple tinge, but then when I put it over here, like it has, definitely see the blue coming through. I have to play with these on different bases, sure, but there we go. I thought we'd use a different color, but there we go. I like this. I think this is really good. So all it needs is a touch of mascara. And then I think we're done. And then we can discuss what we think about the whole entire look. It's late in the afternoon, so I don't think I want to do lashes. I do want to wear this look for at least, we'll probably be on for 4 or 5 hours for sure. So what do we think about this palette? I love it. I think it is stunning. This color story is amazing, and it'll be a good addition to any of your matte palettes. So if you have something like the Beauty Bay Bright Matte, which is all matte, like a rainbow palette, all mattes, I think that would go really well with this, or the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments. Oh, got hair in my mouth. There we go. Vivid Pigments would go really well. You can use that. Or just play with all your different bases. If you have P. Louise bases or Suva bases or any type of brand bases, I think you would get a lot of different, depending on how you, of course, you know, how the light hits your eyes and what base you have, you get this beautiful payoff. So there we go. So that is our play with the MILF Man I Love Frogs palette. So for first impressions, 10 out of 10, my friends. I love these. And these brushes are fantastic. They're soft, they blend everything. What do I want to say? How they feel and the texture, it seems to really work with these colors. I didn't have any problems with any one of these. They were very beautiful. Like I said, very, very, very beautiful and soft to the touch. So if you've been interested in Sugar Drizzle, if you were wanting a palette that was all duochromes with a couple multi-chromes, I believe, but no mattes, this is good. This is really good, especially if you like greens, purples, blues. I think this could be the palette for you, and the price is really good. It was, I want to say it was $42.95 US, but for a multi-chrome duochrome palette, I think that's really good because I paid before shipping $74.99 for my one from Cleona, which I love too. but I'm really a Sugar Drizzle fan. And yeah, and then if you buy the brushes, of course you get the cute little bag, and then it all nicely fits in together. So anyways, that's it from me. If you'd like to give us a like, comment, and subscribe, or maybe even hit that notification bell, be greatly appreciated. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends. We can go over my love of Sugar Drizzle Cosmetics together. So behave, make good choices, and we will see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.